Picture this. An older man enters a room, and the atmosphere transforms in an instant. A palpable shift coursing through the air. It's not about his looks, his wealth, or his accolades. It's something far more profound. There's an aura of confidence that envelops him, an unspoken allure that captivates the attention of younger women without even a single word being uttered. This isn't an act of desperation or a clamor for attention. Rather, it's the essence of a man who understands the power of presence. Younger men often scramble for approval, striving to impress with flashy jokes and exaggerated bravado. But the older man embodies a calmness that draws curiosity. He possesses an intriguing depth that lingers in the air, making women lean in, eager to discover more about him. This magnetic pull, this tantalizing mystery, surpasses the effectiveness of any cliché pickup line. What unfolds here is not merely a series of tricks or rehearsed routines. It's rooted in psychological principles that illuminate how women respond to masculine energy. Grounded in the wisdom of evolutionary psychology, refined through lived experiences, and polished with a stoic mindset, these insights reveal a different approach to attraction. I will unveil the 7 most compelling flirting techniques that older men employ. Strategies that not only ignite interest, but also cultivate a deep, simmering desire. Understanding these nuances will forever alter your perception of flirting. Let's confront a harsh reality that many men hesitate to acknowledge. In the realm of flirtation, younger men often become their own worst enemies. They mistakenly equate loudness with confidence, incessant humor with charm, and constant praise with genuine attraction. However, to a younger woman, this comes across as needy, a desperate audition for her affection. The moment she detects this urgency, she instinctively retreats. True desire does not arise from a man who is desperate to prove himself. It flourishes from a man who requires no validation. Herein lies the brilliance of older men. They don't seek the spotlight or vie for attention. They gracefully embrace silence, allowing it to resonate in the space around them. A thoughtful pause before speaking holds more weight than a hurried compliment ever could. They understand that steady, unwavering eye contact communicates volumes, far surpassing any rehearsed line. Their flirting is not brazen. It's subtle, grounded, and tinged with an exhilarating sense of danger that women find irresistible. Imagine this. A young man is akin to a firework, explosive and dazzling, but quickly extinguished. In contrast, an older man resembles a fireplace, warm, enduring, and magnetic, providing comfort and connection that can last for hours. This stark contrast presents a challenge for many men today. They find themselves striving to be the brilliant fireworks, unaware that women often yearn for the enduring warmth of a lasting flame. Failing to grasp this paradigm shift can lead you to be perceived as someone who tries too hard, relegated to the background noise rather than becoming the man who lingers in her thoughts. So, what are the subtle, powerful techniques that older men wield to draw women closer, ensuring they lean in rather than pull away? The answers lie in the art of understanding, connection, and the magnetic pull of confidence that doesn't shout, but whispers. Let's delve into the intricacies of attraction, starting with the first captivating trick, the power of presence. Surprisingly, one of the most underappreciated skills that older men possess isn't found in their words, but rather in the very way they engage with the world around them. Presence. In a time when genuine connection feels like a rarity, the ability to simply be present is a breath of fresh air. Many younger men struggle to maintain their composure, often fidgeting, glancing at their phones, or filling every moment of silence with anxious chatter. In contrast, an older man has traversed the twists and turns of life, gaining a profound understanding that being fully present signifies the highest form of respect and attention. When he speaks, his words flow unhurriedly, and when she shares her thoughts, he listens intently, devoid of that eager, searching glimmer in his eyes. This grounded energy communicates a powerful message. I am not here due to a need for your validation. I choose to be in this moment with you. Psychological studies consistently affirm this perspective. They reveal that women are drawn to the quality of attention rather than its sheer volume. A man who listens patiently, maintaining steady eye contact without wavering, cultivates an atmosphere brimming with both safety and intrigue. It's a fascinating paradox. The more composed he is, the more palpable the tension becomes. Younger men often conflate excitement with attraction, but the truth is that genuine attraction emerges from a place of measured restraint. The potency of presence lies in its authenticity. It cannot be feigned. You might shower her with lavish gifts or recite clever lines, but if your energy is fragmented, she will sense it instantly. Conversely, when you are fully anchored in the moment, carrying yourself with the assurance of someone who feels no need to prove anything, she will absorb that energy before she even consciously realizes it. This is why an older man can sit in silence, uttering few words, yet still radiate an undeniable magnetic pull. Presence is not a passive state. It is an active engagement, a powerful anchoring in the present. In a world overflowing with men clamoring for attention, the one who remains quietly confident becomes unforgettable. Thus, the essence of this first flirting trick lies not in the words you utter, but in the silence you embrace. Now, let's explore the second alluring tactic: the subtle tease of contrast. This is a realm where younger men often falter, for attraction flourishes in the space of contrasts. A younger man may feel the pressure to impress relentlessly with a barrage of compliments, excessive explanations, or attempts to showcase how fascinating he is. Yet, an older man understands the true art of attraction. He masters the art of playful teasing through restraint. He offers just the right amount of warmth to ignite curiosity, then retreats into a composed demeanor. This dynamic is not a manipulative game. It is a rhythmic dance. It resembles a captivating melody that keeps the listener engaged, not because it is filled with constant sound, but because of the strategic pauses, the deliberate beats, and the alluring spaces in between. Psychologists refer to this phenomenon as the intermittent reinforcement effect. When attention is given in an unpredictable manner, it becomes tantalizingly addictive. This principle serves as the foundation for casinos, and intriguingly, for relationships as well. A woman does not yearn for a man who offers her validation at every turn. She longs for the one who makes her work for a morsel of his attention, only to reward her with a subtle smile, a clever remark, or that deep, unwavering eye contact. Picture this moment. She makes a playful comment, anticipating your response, expecting you to leap in like every other guy. Instead, you take a moment, allowing a slow smile to spread across your face, and utter something that simultaneously acknowledges her while presenting a subtle challenge. That fleeting instant etches itself into her memory because it defies expectations. It's neither desperate nor hasty. It's intentional. And here's the deeper truth. The allure of the tease thrives on your comfort with the possibility that she may not reciprocate your feelings. This is the aspect that younger men often struggle to embrace. They live in fear of rejection, going to great lengths to seek constant approval. In contrast, the older man knows that a woman's interest does not diminish when he stands firm. It ignites in the face of his confidence. He is prepared to let the silence linger, ready to gamble on whether she truly understands the nuance of the moment. That willingness to take a risk is what transforms the tease into something captivating. Flirting trick 3. The enchantment of deliberate presence. One of the most compelling qualities of an older man is his unique relationship with time. A younger man often rushes through life, speaking quickly, fidgeting nervously, glancing at his phone, and filling every lull with chatter. However, an older man knows a profound truth. By slowing down, he takes command of the atmosphere. He sets the pace of the interaction, and she instinctively aligns with his rhythm. This phenomenon is supported by psychological research. Studies indicate that slower speech and well-timed pauses convey authority and self-assurance. Picture a nervous intern stumbling through a presentation against a seasoned CEO who waits, allowing the silence to resonate, then delivers a thought with gravitas. One is easily forgotten, while the other demands attention and respect. Imagine this scene. She is speaking rapidly, her words bubbling over with enthusiasm, challenging you with her vibrant energy. Instead of matching her hurried tempo, as many younger men would do, you lean back, meet her gaze, and respond with calm, measured words. Abruptly, she begins to slow her pace. She unwittingly starts to mirror your demeanor. Without realizing it, she tunes into your frame of reference instead of the other way around. This isn't merely flirting. It's an exercise in leadership. And here lies a truth that many men overlook. Women often equate speed with insecurity. When you rush, you inadvertently signal that you are striving to keep up. But when you take your time, you convey an air of confidence, as if you have nothing to prove or pursue. You become the mountain, steady and unyielding, rather than a leaf tossed about by the wind. Mountains do not bend for anyone. They allow others to climb towards them. This is why the presence of an older man is so alluring. It transcends mere words. It's about how he manipulates the flow of time around his expressions. Flirting trick 4. The artful tease of withholding affirmation. Younger men often err on the side of excess in their compliments. They shower her with praise, laugh at every quip she makes, and dispense validation as if it were flowing from a broken faucet. Initially, she may smile in response, but over time, this becomes predictable, even somewhat cheapened in value. Conversely, the older man has realized that genuine attraction does not stem from relentless pursuit, but instead from creating an intriguing tension, one that arises from withholding just enough validation to keep her in suspense. Picture this. She playfully jabs at you, anticipating a reaction that mirrors the countless others she's encountered. She expects you to eagerly seek her approval, shower her with compliments about her humor, beauty, and intelligence. But instead of falling into that predictable trap, you respond with a knowing smirk. You let a moment of silence linger, tilting your head as if you're contemplating whether her jest even merits a reply. When you finally speak, your words are succinct, dry, and perhaps a tad provocative. Is that the best you've got? In that instant, a spark ignites within her. It's not because you sang her praises. It's the allure of your reluctance to offer your attention so readily. This dynamic thrives on a principle known as scarcity. We tend to treasure what remains elusive, what we can't entirely possess. When you shower her with constant validation, she quickly learns the boundaries of your affections, and the element of mystery dissipates. However, when you hold back, making her strive for those rare glimpses of acknowledgement, the dynamic shifts dramatically. Suddenly, she finds herself leaning in, putting in the effort to chase that fleeting nod of approval that you seldom bestow. Here lies a deeper truth. This isn't a game of manipulation. It's a testament to self-respect. A man who values himself doesn't squander his energy carelessly. He doesn't extend the same level of attention to everyone he meets, for he understands the worth of his focus. This is precisely what women sense when an older man exercises restraint. It's not cruelty or arrogance, but rather a disciplined selectiveness. It's akin to comparing fast food with a rare vintage wine. One is abundantly available while the other is savored only by the fortunate. Now, let's explore the allure of controlled silence. Many men dread the quiet moments, rushing to fill them with nervous chatter, jokes, or justifications, fearing that a lull in conversation will lead to her disinterest. Yet, what captivates younger women about older men is their ability to sit in silence with unwavering confidence. Silence does not signify weakness. When mastered, it transforms into a powerful form of dominance. Imagine this scenario. You're seated across from her, and she poses a teasing or provocative question. Rather than scrambling to respond immediately, you take a moment to pause. You maintain her gaze, allowing the silence to stretch just a fraction longer than she anticipates. That pause may unsettle her, yet it also draws her closer. In that fleeting moment, she recognizes that you're not merely performing for her amusement. You're not striving to win her over with incessant banter. You exude a comfort in allowing her to feel the weight of your presence. Psychologists refer to this phenomenon as non-reactivity, a powerful signal of status and confidence. When you remain unfazed by silence, you demonstrate that you're not desperate for her validation, not anxious about her opinions, and certainly not chasing her approval. This is the very reason younger women find such men utterly irresistible. Most men they encounter are hyperactive, perpetually chatting, and continuously selling themselves. A man who can embrace silence without faltering. He stands like a steadfast rock amidst a raging storm. Herein lies the secret. Controlled silence is not a void. It's a form of communication. It conveys the message, I'm not in a rush. Proving oneself is unnecessary. If you desire more, simply draw closer. This creates an irresistible attraction, a gravitational force that compels her to fill the spaces between your words. Opening up, sharing more, pursuing a connection that feels entirely natural. In those moments, silence transforms into your greatest ally, rather than a foe. Let's explore the sixth art of flirtation, the magnetic force of playful unpredictability. Here's a truth that often eludes many men. Monotony extinguishes desire. When a woman knows every word you'll utter, how you'll respond, and what actions you'll take, she may feel secure, but that security breeds complacency instead of excitement. Younger women, in particular, are acutely aware of this. They exist in a realm of constant stimulation, bombarded by notifications, surrounded by men who often rely on predictable patterns. The older man, however, distinguishes himself by introducing just the right touch of unpredictability. This isn't about being erratic or immature. Rather, it involves subtly shifting the expected patterns with assuredness. Imagine she anticipates a compliment about her attire, but instead you pause, meet her gaze with a playful smirk, and say, "That's a bold choice." You don't need to explain or overemphasize. Allow the mystery to linger in the air. Or perhaps she playfully jabs at you, expecting a defensive retort, but instead you chuckle, recline slightly, and reply, "You'll have to try harder than that." In that moment, she's caught off guard, but in a way that sends a thrill through her. The underlying psychology is straightforward. Unpredictability ignites her brain's dopamine pathways. When she can't fully anticipate your next move, her senses heighten and her interest deepens. Evolutionary psychologists have discovered that unpredictability activates the same brain circuits associated with the anticipation of rewards. This is why younger women are so drawn to it. It feels vibrant, electrifying, and refreshingly distinct from the mundane. However, the crucial aspect is that unpredictability must be rooted in calm confidence. If you attempt to be unpredictable from a place of insecurity, it will come off as chaotic. When executed with grounded energy, it radiates intrigue. This distinction defines whether you appear immature or magnetically compelling. Once you master this art, you transcend the role of merely another character in her narrative. You become the unexpected plot twist that captivates her attention. Now let's delve into the seventh secret, the stoic depth that makes you unforgettable. Attraction may initially spark from appearances, playful banter, or energy, but what truly captivates a younger woman is depth. She encounters men who can text quickly, deliver witty jokes, or take her out. Yet very few can truly make her feel understood on a profound level. This is where the older man sets himself apart. He doesn't just skim the surface. He possesses a serene, grounded presence that invites her to lean in and ponder. Who is this man, really? Envision this scenario. She's laughing, teasing, engaged in the usual playful exchanges. Then, amidst the light-hearted atmosphere, you fix your gaze upon her, not with desperation or lust, but with a calm, unwavering presence. You pose a question that dives deeper, probing beneath the superficial. It's in these moments that you create a powerful connection that resonates on a level few have the ability to reach. What is it that you truly seek from all of this? Or perhaps, when was the last moment you felt completely unburdened? You don't rush to fill the air with words. Instead, you allow the silence to amplify the gravity of the question. It's a moment that will linger in her mind long after. In that instant, she comprehends that she is not merely engaging with another man, attempting to win her over. She's standing before someone who dares to challenge her very essence. The psychological dance at play is fierce and undeniable. Women yearn for emotional depth, not just fleeting amusement. When you blend playful banter with instances of profound, unwavering intensity, you transform into the man who ignites her spirit on every conceivable level. Younger women aren't captivated by older men solely for their status or stability. They are drawn to the enigma, the perception that he harbors both storms and stillness within his core. This notion echoes the wisdom of Seneca, who remarked, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor can a man be perfected without trials." Your struggles, your scars, your quiet moments. These are not signs of weakness. They are formidable tools. They empower you to engage in flirtation in a manner that no young man could replicate. It's not about exerting more effort. It's about having lived with greater depth. Ultimately, that profound essence is what she will never forget. Here's the reality. Younger women are not fixated on older men because of wealth, flashy cars, or social status. Such superficial attractions are fleeting, and they evaporate quickly. What renders older men captivating is their journey through turmoil, emerging calmer, sharper, and more resilient. The 7 strategies I presented are not merely tricks. They are the authentic manifestations of a man who understands himself, one who has moved beyond the boyish pursuit of validation. That's the essence of the matter. Women desire not just thrills. They crave the man who makes them feel anchored, cherished, and invigorated all at once. However, Here lies the crucial element that many men overlook. These strategies only hold value if they are rooted in authenticity. You cannot feign tranquility if anxiety resides within. You cannot simulate playful teasing if bitterness simmers beneath the surface. You cannot project depth if you have never confronted your own inner battles. The genuine work lies not in memorizing clever lines or mimicking behaviors. It's about evolving into the man who naturally embodies these traits. Once you achieve this transformation, the art of flirting will seamlessly unfold. So, if you find yourself resonating with this message, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, where am I still engaging in boyish antics when I should be confidently stepping into my identity as a man? It's time to make that change. Because the instant you alter your approach, women will sense it. Whether they are younger or older, it makes no difference. Attraction gravitates toward authenticity. The most compelling men are those who navigate the world with a sense of gravity. If you seek further guidance on honing that edge, liberating yourself from dependency, and fully embracing the kind of man who leaves an indelible mark on women, engage with the material that resonates. This is where we cut through the distractions, dismantle the falsehoods, and delve into what genuinely makes a man magnetic. Reflect on which of these 7 strategies resonated with you the most, and consider which one you are ready to master next. Ultimately, victory is not found in relentless pursuit. True triumph comes from transformation. When you evolve into a person who embodies serene confidence, a spirited charisma, and profound resilience, you will not merely capture her attention. You will etch yourself into her memory in such a way that she will find it impossible to forget you.